Hey everyone, it's Nick Jerusalem with the Jerusalem's Happy Home Team. And raise your hand if you love paying taxes. Said nobody. All right. So, here to talk about how you can possibly go about disputing or appealing your property tax value, specifically for King County. So, every year you get a property tax value assessment for the county, and then each municipality has their own kind of overlaying property tax basis for schools, roads, those kind of things. So, King County property tax rates range from 0.9 up to 1.6%. Let me share with you guys, we did some other videos in the past that kind of go into more detail about property taxes. We had 8 views, so you could see super internet celebrity here. We also have lots of other helpful YouTube videos for you guys as well. But below, we have the link to where you can go to formally start your appeal process. So basically, once you get your property valuation notice, you have 60 days to submit an appeal if you feel like they're overvaluing your property and you want a lower basis for those taxes. So here's kind of an example of a real high level. You have to create an account and all this other stuff, but just show you guys quickly what it looks like. So I'm here at the eAppeals website to pull up your property. You can see I'm already past my deadline, but you can still do some research. So I want to show you guys kind of how that looks like and what the county might be looking for when you're looking to do research or comparables to dispute that value. So the biggest thing that I would say that's important to note is that the timing of the comparable sales that you use to try to dispute the value. Because, for instance, in 2021, end of the year, you're going to get your property tax card for property taxes owed for the year 2021, but that's as of your property's value at the beginning of the year. So, for instance, if you're going to dispute taxes for 2021, they want you to see sales that are close to that date and ideally before that date. So I'd be pulling sales from, October through December of 2020, so that way that's a accurate representation of the value of January 1st, 2021, if that makes sense. So looking at the screen here, I'm going to kind of put that in there for my date range for our search criteria. So I'm going to say October 1st, 2020 until January 1st, 2021. And then they base all this stuff kind of autofills off of what the tax assessor has. Oftentimes the assessor's information is not super duper accurate, but so they have like a huge range for price, high and low. You can remove criteria here as well that's not super relevant. So the county kind of does defaults of plus or minus 30% for your lot size and plus or minus 30% for square feet. So that's kind of how close of a range they'd like to see for the comparable sales you're using. And then they use plus or minus 10 years for the year built. That's a trickier one depending on when your house is built. Our house was built in 1901, so I'm going to remove some of these criteria. So, for instance, I'm deleting out the year built criteria, building grade and condition. I would exclude those items too because it's hard to really know how accurate that is to judge. But so, just to kind of show you guys how it looks on the county website when they pull up properties for the purpose of the dispute, I can see like we had a whole whopping 3 properties here that came up on the county's assessor's office that I could try to use to dispute if I thought their value was out of range. Then you try to submit how much you feel that the land is worth, how much you feel that the property improvements, meaning like the house itself, is worth. If you felt maybe like, hey, my home's not worth as nice as they think it is, you could try to submit documents to support that as well. But really, your best bet is to have comparable sales that support a lower value as of January 1st than what the county is trying to show for their assessment. Also, your assessed value is not necessarily a reflection of the true market value. It just moves up and down with the markets. It's not always less than market value, but typically it is. And so if you'd like help with, providing comparable property research for disputing your value, just get in touch with us, visit us online or send us a message, call, text, happyhometeam.com, happyhometeam.com.